In this video, we're going to take a look at self-determination, steps in self-determination process, self-determination capacities, opportunities, and fostering self-determination. There's some resources that I'm going to give you. And also we're going to take a look at week 5 assignment where I'm asking you to create a learner profile. Self-determination. So self-determination is the process by which students control their own life. Especially as they move toward adulthood, it's important to assess these self-determination skills to be able to better help them move toward their personal goals, especially for after high school. Okay? So this has to do with self-advocacy, problem solving, goal setting, decision making, and self-awareness. So the American Institute for Research, also known as AIR, has a great self-determination scale. There's an assessment in the additional resources folder that you can use. And so this is really the steps in self-determination process. They outline thinking, identifying and expressing needs, interests, and abilities, setting expectations and goals to meet these needs and interests. Okay? Then doing, making plans and choices to meet these expectations and goals, and taking actions to finish plans and meet those goals. Then finally, we move down towards adjusting. So you evaluate the results of the actions taken, and if necessary, alter those plans to meet the goals more efficiently. So self-determination capacities. Capacities enable them to be determined in their life. So knowledge, the level of understanding one has about self-determination and its required behaviors. Consideration of all relevant information about one's own needs, abilities, interests, limitations, and opportunities to choose and pursue those needs. Ability, the ability to act on his or her goals and make decisions, choices, and plans, and follow up with actions to meet those goals. And also perceptions, positive mindset about interests, abilities, and needs, and they're motivated to set goals and take healthy risks in order to achieve. Self-determination opportunities. These are the chances that you can provide to for students to use their abilities. Okay, so at school, you can provide resources and opportunities, particularly during times of transition. While we're looking at self-determination skills, we're usually looking towards upwards in high school, towards adulthood. Also, helping to set up opportunities outside of school should also be considered, such as employment, internship, volunteer opportunities. You can also foster self-determination opportunities at home by involving families in the student's self-determination process, and this can help them support the student's opportunities for self-determination. So the National Gateway to Self-Determination outlines an action model for self-determination. So knowing yourself and your contexts, your dreams, your strengths, weaknesses, needs, and preferences, the options and supports and expectations, and decide what's important to you. Also, value yourself. Accept and value yourself. Admire strengths that come from uniqueness. Recognize and respect rights and responsibilities, taking care of yourself, and developing and nurturing positive relationships. So then you move down to planning, setting goals, plans and actions to meet those goals, anticipate results, be creative, visually rehearse, and act, taking risks, communication, negotiation, dealing with conflict, and criticism, and persistence, and also helping to access resources and supports. And then finally, experiencing outcomes and learning. Compare outcome to expected outcome. Compare performance to expected performance. Realize successes and make adjustments. And this cycle continues. So some resources for you to take a look at: the National Gateway to Self-Determination, Zaro Center for Learning Enrichment website from the University of Oklahoma has a ton of great resources that you can use. The self-determined model of instruction that I've provided in the additional resources folder. There's also the Opening Doors to Self-Determination Skills, Planning for Life After High School from the Wisconsin Department of Public School Instruction, as well as Teaching Self-Determination in Alaska Schools. It's a toolkit for educators. That's pretty good. And Student Transition Planning Interview. So these are some resources that you're welcome to access if you have the interest. So this week, I'd like you to do a learner profile. I'd like you to develop a learner profile based on real or imagined student in which you will highlight their strengths, their areas of challenge, such as academic, cognitive, or behavioral, outline their supports and strategies that help them, and their preferences for activities and their interests. I'd like you to do this in a 1 to 2 page layout, as this is supposed to be used as just a quick reference for especially other staff and teachers. Also, some teachers like to make this profile with the student, and you're welcome to do that as well if you would prefer to do it that way. Sometimes when students have ownership over these, they get pretty excited, and it helps other people get to know these students a little bit better. So see the exemplar and rubric that I've provided for you. It's a pretty quick and easy assignment, but these are very valuable tools that will help you later on. Thanks for watching.